Let's get more now on the shooting in California, where the police have confirmed that 10 people have died in a mass shooting during Chinese New Year celebrations. Well, joining me now is Kalai Chick, who's a journalist and analytics professional based in Los Angeles. It's good to have you with us. Just bring us up to date with the latest that you're hearing.
So far from our local news sources, we haven't had much of an update since the briefing, I think about an hour ago.
And the police in the press conference earlier on saying that they don't yet have a motive for the attack. But what are you hearing from people that you're speaking to who were around the scene?
Um, so I think it's very hard to say on what exactly the motive could be. I think there's still a lot of confusion, a lot of shock, and a lot of fear that's within our community. So there isn't much in terms of speculation for what the motive could have been. I think most of us are in shock that this could have happened at all.
Do you know anything at all about the victims in terms of age, for example, the youngest victim, for example?
I'm actually not sure about the youngest victim, but I know in terms of the age range is anywhere from 40s to 80s, 40 to 80s year olds.
And so far, we know that 10 people have died. Are you hearing any further information on that at all? Has that death toll increased?
No, as far as I am aware, we haven't had any updated numbers. Just that some who were rushed to the hospital are still in critical condition.
And so what's the mood there then, the people you're speaking to? That there must be a lot of shock going through the community. We know that the Lunar New Year festival in the area has also been cancelled. Just tell us about the mood at the moment and what you're hearing from people, the reaction.
Yeah, it's been pretty solemn, and I think most of us are pretty fearful in terms of the people I've talked to so far in my circle. Many of us who have grown up in Monterey Park since we were children, went to high school, middle school in the area, are just in complete shock. Right now, it's 4:52 in the morning for us in Los Angeles, and this happened at around 10:30 p.m. the previous day. And so, earlier on Saturday, it was quite festive. We were all very hopeful and very cheerful. So in terms of context, this Lunar New Year festival has been canceled since 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This would mark the first year that this Lunar New Year celebration would have returned. And earlier, everyone was very happy, being able to spend time with their family, their friends out in the open, and eating together. And as of this news, which I think most people didn't find out until midnight, they were pretty shocked. I can only speak for myself that it's been pretty rough and a little hard to sleep.
And I'll pick up on something that you said just a moment ago, that a lot of people are pretty fearful. What is it that can be done, do you think, to alleviate that fear within the community?
I think knowing more information on the shooter would really help. I think right now we have no information at all other than what has happened, the number of victims, but we essentially have no other information. Um, Knowing a motive would really help, but also knowing any more information would help as well. We just don't have anything that we know, and it's all been speculation. And of course, not to trust everything that you see on the internet. There's been quite a lot that we've been reading, and of course, we don't believe everything that we read.
And of course, I can understand the fear and the frustration, because when the police spoke earlier on, we heard from Andrew Meyer from the LA Sheriff's homicide team, who also said they don't even have a description of the suspect.
That's right. That's right. We and I know in an abundance of caution they had canceled the festivities for tomorrow, but I think what is driving most of the fear in our community is that the shooter is still at large, and we have no description, no real way to, I think, protect ourselves in terms of what can we possibly do as a community.
OK. Kalaichik, thank you very much indeed. Journalist and analytics professional based in Los Angeles. Thank you very much.